Welcome to another episode of the Cockney Biker. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm negotiating some of the traffic as I make my way home. I need to stop and get some gas. In today's little talk, I want to have a chat with specifically people who are from Australia, New Zealand or South Africa, and I'll tell you why. I've got a couple of great stories about some things that happened to me when I was back in London. Now this was during the 90s. Let's do a quick lane change there. Now if any of you's ever been to London, especially during the 90s, you might have gone to a club. It was actually a Sunday place really. They called it the church and it wasn't a church. I can promise you that. Anyway, lots of Aussies, Kiwis, South Africans, Americans, a lot of people from all around the world would go to this place. It was like the central hub to meet new friends, hang out, have a few drinks. It was based in King's Cross. I met my best friend there and we hung out a lot and had a great time. Loved it. Anyway, started at 12 o'clock. Lots of drinks, VBs and other Australian or South African drinks they used to have out there. 1 o'clock they'd bring out the filthy comedian, tell all sorts of obscene, disgusting jokes, made us all laugh. A little bit later on after that would come out, they'd bring out a stripper. I'll tell you, if you saw what half these girls got up to, I promise you, you would stay away from bottles of champagne, police nightsticks and various other ping pongs of all shapes and sizes. Well anyway, there'd also be lots and lots of women who'd go to this place, and you know, I met quite a few girlfriends there. Some girlfriends only kind of lasted a night, some lasted a couple of weeks, a few months. One day they announced at the church over the loudspeaker, it used to be Neville who was the DJ at this place, they announced that because they had such an influx of women who'd come to this place, for the women every other week, in addition to the female stripper, they'd bring a geezer. That's right, there'd be a man out there to do his strip, which I thought was, you know, quite good. You know, it was rather apt. You know, equality. I'm big on, like, you know, women's rights. You know, if women have to put up with, you know, all the men ogling like the women getting up there, getting on stage, getting their clothes off, then sure enough we can stand to see a geezer get on stage and get his willy out for the ladies. A couple of weeks go by and there we are, Sunday at the church in King's Cross. The comedian who came up on stage announced proudly, "We now, for the ladies, we have a stripper for you," and all the women went wild. Now normally my place in this church is up by the stage along with all my friends. We hogged the well, we got there early so we'd get like prime position, which was by the stage, easy access to the toilets, first look at the stripper, and if we were lucky she pulled us up on stage and publicly humiliated us in front of all of these people. The young ladies who were around us would physically pick me and my mates up and shuck us like, you know, 3 or 4 rows of people down towards the back, so that they could get up on this stage to see this male stripper. I mean, the place was jam-packed full, 90% women, all waiting on this guy. Anyway, I mean, it'd been building up for a while. I managed to find my way back to my normal spot by the stage, and there I was hugging my VB up against the stage, all these women, everyone like that, screaming blue murder. In this guy walks on the stage, wearing a schoolboy costume, sucking on a lollipop. Now bear in mind, by the time he got on there, I was half cut. I was, shall we say, rather poo-poo faced, or toasty, however you want to put it. I was drunk as anything. So I'm screaming at this guy, "Hey! Get a lolly! I want a lolly!" And he's dancing around for a couple of minutes, he's clocking me going, "I want a lolly!" So he pulls this lollipop out of his mouth and jams it into mine. I didn't care, I was drunk, so I'm sitting there sucking on this lollipop. And he's sitting there getting his gear off, and the ladies are screaming blue murder. By that time, you know, half my mates had made it back to like the stage to get alongside me. Anyway, after a few minutes of him jiggling and weaving around, he finally gets to his undies. Down they come, and oh my god, this geezer was hung. I mean, he had a schlong the size of which I never knew could ever exist. I mean, talk about a baby's arm holding an apple. This sod had in his possession, attached to his hip, what could be described as an elephant's trunk holding a grapefruit. Massive bloody thing. Well, of course, we all very politely gave him a round of applause and was like, oh well, I was really impressed. I mean, this bloody thing. So he's, for another like 20 minutes, he's dancing around with this monster, wiggling it around, gyrating it. Got a couple of girls up on stage with him, and he's like bashing them across the face with this thing. Anyway, show was over, he got back to the changing room and all that lot. Everyone had calmed down, and I thought, well, now would be a good opportunity to go to the toilet. So I'm at the toilet, having a bit of a whiz, and who should walk in? This bloody male stripper. So of course I'm at the corner of the urinal trough. You know, I'm trying to hold mine in 4 fingers, but mind you, I'm pissing over 3 of them. To be continued. Alright, so, on with the story. So there I was, confronted with this male stripper. As he's walking into the toilet, he's unreeling this bloody monster. He's standing next to me and he's having a whiz. And like I said, I'm hiding in the corner of the urinal. I catch his eye, and he's like, you alright son? Because I was a young'un at the time. I'm like, yeah, alright mate, how are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm doing alright, yeah. He goes, so I says to him, so how long have you been doing this game for? How long have you been, you know, stripping and all that? He's gone, it's been a while, you know, a few years. I goes, is it a good earner? He goes, well, it pays my mortgage, earns me a lot of money. I'm like, that's blinding, that. I goes, I suppose you could do that now with a knob that bloody size. He's looked at it, he's like, yeah, it's alright, not bad, you know, does the job. I goes, not bad. I goes, I wouldn't say no to half of that. And get this, for the life of me, he turns around to me, looks me square in the eye and says, well, bend over, you can have it all. I damn near ripped my dick off zipping me fly up so fast. Of course, he was like laughing himself, cracking up, and I thought, you know what, me and you are going to be mates. So I bought him a couple of drinks and he hung out, and yeah, and for a while then, it did turn out to be a really good mate. He'd come up there every few weeks, do a strip for the ladies, and just sort of hang out with the boys. And of course, like, all the girls were swooning over him. He was a good looking geezer as well. But anyway, if you've ever been to the church in London, it was in King's Cross at the time. If you've ever been there, I want to hear from you. I really, really bloody want to hear from you. So anyway, that's my little story of the day. Alright, shout out time. A couple of people wanted, I want to acknowledge a few like really good people that I've made friends with. Now the first name on my list is a gentleman, his name is Strongbow. Strongbow, I want to tell you, it's great to hear from you. You've been keeping in touch with me quite a lot. You've been a regular fixture on my channel. And I want to really I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. It's great talking with you. I understand you're looking for a Vulcan S, just like Shea's. Because like you just recently passed your riding test at the Harley-Davidson training grounds. So I'm sorry that your missus couldn't do it or didn't do it, but give her time, she'll do it in the future. So Strongbow, this one goes out to you. Next on my list is a gentleman, PJ Baldwin. PJ, you made me laugh. Especially with your, like, you know, women riders don't need any kind of plastic surgery. That was a blinding thing. It cracked me up. Bit misogynistic, but you know what? I loved it. I'm quoting it from now on. Hope you don't mind me plagiarising that. Like I said, you've been keeping in touch with me regular, so I appreciate that. Nice to know that you're with us here. The next name on my list is Thomas Smith. Or was it Thomas R. Smith? Anyway, Thomas, I know you're thinking about getting hold of a Vulcan S. And you know what? I really am happy that you're doing that. Like I said, they're fantastic bikes. I recommend it. I wouldn't let my daughter ride about on anything that wasn't half decent or reliable or stable or easy to ride or forgiving or adaptable to any people of any sizes. So Thomas, great to hear from you. Keep looking. I hope you do find one. Same with you, Strongbow. Next one is oh yeah, D Heller 777. You've given me some great comments. You've really kept up with what I'm up to. Love having you on board. Keep it up. Keep talking to me. And, like, you know, this one's for you, and I appreciate that. Next person on my list is Jim Jamata, or Jamata. Hope I pronounced that right. Jim, once again, same with, like, you know, everyone else. Great comments. Loved hearing from you. Give me food for thought. I do love it. I do appreciate it. Keep it coming. And another person is Dexter Tell. Dexter, it's great to hear from you. I haven't heard from you for a little while, so I'm hoping that you watch this video and that you say hello to me. You had some great things to say, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you know, like I said, everyone keep in touch. Keep the hellos and the comments coming. I love hearing from you. Now then, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to say hello to me, you know what? Like I said, give me a laugh, give me a giggle, say hello, give me a nice comment, engage me, talk to me. I love to hear from people. I like to keep in touch. And like I said, you have a chat with me, I'll put you down for a shout out. Anyway, that's all pretty much I've got to say about that. God, that sun is so bright. There's a subscribe button down there, and over there is some videos that you might be interested in. In the meantime, you all take care of yourselves. Ride safe, keep the rubber side down, watch out.